In this video, we are going to practice the skills that we've just learned using those context clues to figure out the meaning of unknown words. So I'm looking in this example at page 2 of the textbook. Let me just write that up here. This is at the bottom of page 2. This is your test example. It says to read the paragraph, then answer the question. How can we encourage children to practice good sportsmanship? We must begin with some introspection. We must ask ourselves what we expect our children to learn and gain by playing sports. What does the word introspection mean? Now let me remind you, I chose this example on purpose, that we've already seen this one. But without looking back at what you've already seen, hopefully you remember what you already saw. But if not, that's okay. That happens. So here's the prefix. There's the root. And then here is the suffix. So the prefix is intro, which means internal in this case. Spect is the root, which means to look. And shun is your suffix. This means the process of. So it's the process of looking internally. A, reviewing one's own thoughts. B, considering others' opinions. C, making decisions. Or D, daydreaming. And if you said A, you are spot on. Introspection is looking internally, asking ourselves. You could also use that as a clue. Ask ourselves. We need to look at our own thoughts and what we expect. So you could use word parts. You could use inferences. Lots of things go into this. Now remember, our word in our original example was not introspection. Do you remember what it was without looking? It was introspective. But these are so close. They're in the same word family. The only thing that's different is the suffix. So if you know what one of them means, you can figure out what the others mean. That's yet another strategy, is using word families. Okay, moving on to page 3. This is an entire story or passage. It says to read the passage, then answer questions 1 through 4. And while I'm thinking about it, don't forget about this. Don't just jump into the story. Make sure you read everything on that page. Lou Gray wants to apply for a mortgage online. First, Lou reads the instructions. Before you begin, you will enter your private information on the application form. We then enter your data into a uniform mortgage application form. This form is Fannie Mae form number 1003, which is the standard form used for mortgages. First, identify the type of loan you want. Do you want to refinance the current mortgage on your home? Do you want to purchase an existing home? Do you want to construct a new home? Next, the form asks your permission for us to check your credit. Your credit score helps us to determine how risky it is for us to lend you money. Then record the value of the property you want to purchase. Also indicate the occupancy type of the property. Will it be your primary residence, an investment property, or a vacation home. Fill in the amount of the loan you are requesting. Also, provide information about bank accounts and investments. Last, input your gross monthly income before deductions. After an initial review of your information, our staff will find a lender to meet your needs. We will send your application form to that lender. The lender will handle the final review of your application form. Then the lender will generate the official 1003 form. When you receive this form, please review your information. Finally, sign the form. So there are 4 questions about this passage. It says to read the sentence. And this is a direct quote from the passage. We then enter your data onto a uniform mortgage application form. Uniform. Well, let's break this down into prefix suffix. Uni. Where have you heard this prefix before? Immediately, a unicorn comes to my mind. A unicorn is an animal, it's an imaginary animal that has one horn. A unicycle. I've seen those at the circus where the clown rides the bicycle or cycle with one wheel. Uno is a card game that I say Uno when I have one card left. This has something to do with one. Single. What is a uniform in your mind? Military troops wear uniforms so that they all look the same. Form is what something looks like. So a uniform is something in which everything looks the same. So which one of these fits? Which is a synonym? There's another clue. They're asking me for a synonym. Is it decorate, standard, personal, or private? Which one of those means having one single form? Well, that would be standard. One single form is standard. Okay, I know this says read the sentence. I am not going to keep saying that. We know that we have to read the sentence. And here is the sentence from the passage. Then the lender will generate the official 1003 form. Which of these has the same meaning? They're asking me for another synonym as generate as it is used in this sentence. To answer this one, I'm going to substitute each of these words back into my original sentence. So for A, I'm going to just put the word protect in there. Then the lender will protect the official form. That's not it. Then the lender will choose the official form. That could be it. So I'm not going to mark that out just yet. Then the lender will create the official form. That sounds good. Then the lender will sign the official form. No, you as the borrower will sign the form. So it's either choose or create. And generate is to create. The lender will develop, create the form. Number 3 is a question from the passage. Do you want to purchase an existing home? What is the meaning of existing as is used in this sentence? Well, you can use word parts on this one. You probably may not need word parts, but there is the breakdown. Exist means to be, to live. To exist is to be. Does it mean being built, already built, yet to be built, or owned by you? Okay, let's eliminate one of these. If I'm purchasing it, it can't be owned by me. Already built is existing. It is already in existence. And finally, last, input your gross monthly income before deductions. Which of these provides a context clue for the meaning of gross? Well, they give me the definition right there. It's in the sentence. And one way that I can tell that is that comma. That comma is telling me that that phrase, before deductions, refers back to something already mentioned. And that is going to be the meaning of gross. Before deductions is your clue to what gross means. And while I'm on this, let me tell you, these are two words that you really need to know. Net is after deductions. Gross is before deductions. Net is another way of saying it's a synonym for take-home pay. Gross is the antonym of net. But the meaning in this sentence is gross, which means before deductions. Okay, your next step is to try the quiz for this unit. And then after you do the quiz, it will unlock a video that you can watch to tell you the answers to the quiz. So take the quiz, see how you do. If you don't do well, it's okay. The important thing is that you try it. And then in the video, I will come back and explain the answers to the quiz. So try that one, see how you do, and I'll see you in the next clip. Have a good day.